Connor, I wanted to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson, and we're going to go ahead and talk about four things in your pitching delivery here, and just stuff that I'm looking for to create a nice, clean, efficient delivery. First thing, we're going to go into the balance position, okay, and then we're going to follow it with the direction of your body, release of the baseball, and your follow through. So we we're gonna get you here into the balance position, and you do a lot of stuff. You do a lot of stuff well. Okay, as you lift, you are you stay over the rubber. Okay, well, you got a little bit of a hip turn, which keeps your weight back. Um, One thing we look for is, head being over the foot, which, in your case it is. Your knee's behind that line. It's back of center, which is telling me that you're going to start leading as you go towards home plate. You're going to lead with your hip, okay, which you do. Your hip is in front of your knee, and that's a perfect position to start. Another thing we look for is when you break your hands, okay, have a slight tilt on the hips. What this is, a lot of guys, and you'll be able to see this at times with yourself. If you rush, Connor, you'll get level hips, okay, or you'll even get slight down hips, which means you're way out in front. But to back up, your hips are in a nice position, which means you're keeping your weight back. We'll talk about now moving forward towards home plate. Again, your weight is back. That's huge. A lot of kids your age, they get way out over their front leg, and they blow out their front side early. You're in line. I, right here, your direction towards home plate. What I would hope, okay, here in the future is when you land, okay, when your foot lands right here, that your top half is just a little closed off, okay? You almost think of it being like a door. Your top half is like a door. The longer you can keep it closed, the closer to home plate you're going to release the baseball. Your hips are going to open up before your hips will open up before your top half, but at landing, as your hips open up, your top half wants to stay closed, and you're slightly opened, okay, just a hair. Um, as you make your way towards home plate, you're keeping your weight. You're behind your front knee. When you get to the flexed position, okay, what I would like to see is when you are at this flex position right here, and your leg is nice and long, okay, you really should be right here. Your hand, you almost want to be in that release position, okay, at having that flex. So what you did, your weight is just probably traveling a hair early forward, okay. And again, we're talking, you're moving so fast, this is extremely hard to correct, okay. And basically the best way you can fix this is to work on throwing, okay, off the mound, and just keep your back foot on the ground. What it's going to do is it's going to force your weight to stay back just a little bit longer. So as opposed to having this foot drag out in front of you, okay, and have that knee right there go underneath the line, okay, you're going to keep your foot back on the rubber and just work on rotation and get the hand forward, okay, and that's going to keep that nice, you keep that a little bit better posture through the baseball. But again, we're talking about a minor adjustment that I think over time, you're going to be able to, it'll self-correct itself as you just get bigger and stronger and feel your body work. But you want to keep your weight back just a hair, just so you can see that flex, that nice flex in the backside there. That'll match up with that line a little bit better. We start talking about the release of the baseball. Your head's level. Your foot is in line with with your back foot and your front foot are in line. Your head is level. Everything is going towards home plate. Excellent. You got full extension in the front. Okay. Now, the one thing that I would really like to see you change, okay, and this is from an injury prevention standpoint, is you take your arm, okay, and you start to swing. What you're going to see, okay, you start your arm swing after the baseball's released. I guess it'd be the end of your arm swing. It'd be your finish through the baseball and your follow through. Focus on this area right here, and I'm going to back this up and I'll show you. You have a little bit of a recoil action, okay? So we release the baseball and you recoil out. You're cutting off your release point. Okay, I want you to think of slapping. When you throw and you play catch, and you can work on this, you want to slap the back left pocket of your baseball pants. Okay? What that's going to do is that's going to get your hand all the way through the baseball. Okay? You got to think of your arm like a speeding car. And this action right here, you see that quick take back, okay, and that action right there, as your arm recoils, it's like slamming the brakes on the car. You want that car to just almost like you just take your foot off the gas and let it slow down naturally. And the arm swing in the front of the delivery after release of the baseball, the longer it has to slow down, the better it is for your shoulder. What you'll find is you get stronger and you start throwing the baseball harder, you are going to start feeling some discomfort in your shoulder. So that would be an area where I really feel like you need to improve the most on, and that's just letting your arm get through the pitch and not stopping it at release. Okay, so again, to backtrack, balance. We want to work over the rubber. Okay, weight back. Your eyes are on the target. As you go towards your direction and release of the baseball, a couple key points that we touched on. You're staying in line with home plate. Your weight's back. Your front side's closed off. As much as possible. You want to, like that door, you want to keep that door closed as long as possible. Your hips, your hips will begin to open up a little bit early, or a little bit before your top half. And staying connected with the rubber a long time. And the longer you stay connected, it'll show us that you're keeping your weight back. And eventually, right at release is where you're going to kick off that rubber and blow off the rubber to get through the baseball. And your shoulders are level and your head's on line, okay, which you do extremely well. And then that follow through, you want a good finish through the ball. And your arm pass should finish at the belly or the hip, or by your landing leg past that left knee. Without having that recoil. And I think if you can fix, especially that stuff at the end of delivery, and more from an injury prevention standpoint, I think you're going to be all right. I mean, your video is pretty sound. You actually remind me, as you throw the ball, look a little bit like Roy Halladay, which is a good guy to mimic your delivery off of. I think if you watch videos of him and you try to match up what he does, you'll see some similarities. I think that he's definitely a guy that you should follow. So I want to thank you for coming to camp again, Connor, and look forward to seeing you again soon.